So news just in, Uncle Roger has been cancelled. Now if you don't know Uncle Roger, you would have seen him before. I'll stick a little photo of him up on this video. But he's the Malaysian comic. His real name's Nigel and he makes the same kind of very stereotypical Asian comedy type of thing which he does. It's hard to explain, basically. He plays a stereotype. If you've seen the video, you've seen a video. Point being, he's been cancelled. That's what's going around. He has been cancelled. And he has done a video on this himself, but it's a 1 minute or just over 1 minute video. And he doesn't really explain much about the cancellation or why he was even cancelled. So I did a little bit of digging and I found a lot of people relaying the same information. The same kind of information that I am going to be relaying through this video. But I picked up on something that no one's really spoke about, which is, specifically is what I want to speak about with this video. And you've probably guessed what that is, judging by the title, because hey, hook the people in with the title, give them what they want. That's what I'm going for. But before we get to that, let's just cover the basics, because like I said, it doesn't really mention much about his cancellation on his own video that he's done. So when I say that Uncle Roger has been cancelled, he's specifically been cancelled in China. Nowhere else in the world. He's not been cancelled by the people. I just posted a video yesterday about Illuminati who's just been cancelled. We're talking a complete different cancellation here. He's been cancelled by an entire country. China. So one of China's biggest social media platforms is something called Weibo. And he had an account on there with about 400,000 followers. So a lot of people following him, right? He gets up in the morning or the afternoon. I don't know when he gets up. He checks it out and it says that his account's been suspended due to violation of laws and regulations. Whatever that means. It sounds like he's broke some kind of law. What law? Well, that's the mystery. That's the mystery that's the mystery untold. That is what we are going to be speaking about. So currently he's doing some gigs, or he's touring, or he's releasing his stand-up show. And he posted a clip of his stand-up show on Twitter where he's talking about China, making fun, light-hearted comments about China. A little bit of light-hearted fun. It's a comic. It's what comics do, right? People are assuming that the reason he has been cancelled is due to these videos and due to the things he said about China. And they've just decided, you know what? We don't want his kind of content floating around the country. So they cancelled it. Irony, bit of irony for you, when he posted the clip on Twitter, he captioned it as "this is probably going to get me cancelled," something along those lines. And well, he was right, because that's exactly what happened. So this is happening a lot. This hasn't just happened to Uncle Roger. In fact, just last week, a Chinese comedian became the subject of Chinese law enforcement after making a joke about stray dogs. We see more cases of this propping up again and again and again. And it's something that I really think is just going to keep happening. But back to the main point of this video, Uncle Roger. This is not the first time he's been under censorship by China. Back in 2021, he featured someone in his video who was against Chinese politics, and that caused this whole thing to kick off. But that was mainly not with the government, but with Chinese fans who follow and like Uncle Roger's content. They didn't appreciate that, so he had removed that and he apologised for that. But here we are, and the main point of this video, why I think Nigel, aka Uncle Roger, is an absolute marketing genius. This suspension of his, this cancellation, he had about 400,000 followers. Like I said, on this Weibo account, this Chinese social media platform, that's cancelled, that's gone. There's probably some profitability there. There's probably some monetization that he's now losing. But this show, what it's all about, all the attention is now on the show. And the show, I think he's launching either the tour or it's going to be on some kind of video platform. Point being, Now he's got all this attention on it. So now there's all these people that want to know what it was about, that wanna not just see the clip, but see the whole thing. And like I said, he does this 1.5 minute video addressing the cancellation. And at the end of the video, or pretty much all the way through the video, he's talking about the show and the clip, and he's showing clips from that show. And then he ends it by promoting the show. What a great way to promote the show, because everyone who's going to want to view that video and find out about why he's being cancelled, it's just going to get taken to his show. And here's the thing. That video is #1 YouTube trending. It was posted about 12 hours ago and it's got about 2 million views and counting. I mean, just check it out now. I'll link it in the description, but do check it out. It's got absolutely, I'm assuming by the time I actually upload this video, it'll have about 2.5 million views, pure free advertising. You know how much money it costs to advertise to 2.5 million people? And now all these people are specifically going there to find out about the clip, to find out about the show. So it's just free advertising for him. And the more and more newspapers and all the online press and all the articles are currently posting about this, the more they do that, the more they speak about it being about this clip from this tour, the more it's going to promote the show. In fact, look at me now, doing this video, giving him free advertising on the clip. Free advertising on the tour, because it's all I'm talking about is the tour. So, is it bad news that he's being cancelled? You know, it probably is, but has he turned this around and made it something actually very good for him and very profitable? Yes, he has. Sometimes you got to make the best out of a bad situation, which is exactly what he's done on this. He has jumped all over this and twisted it up. He could have easily done a video out of character with his regular self as Nigel and just said, hey, look, this is what's going on. This is why I think it's happening. I love China. I love the people there. I didn't mean it that way. Those things I said were for pure comedic value, but he didn't. He jumped on in character and just spent 1.5 minutes promoting his show, which is now going out to millions of people. Marketing genius. Anyway, that's all I've got to say on the subject. Just another casual video. But just a little thing before you do disappear. If you're still watching this, I would love to know what you think about this setup. Especially if you watched my videos before. Normally, it's very, clean cut. And I do have to apologise for the lighting because I haven't got my lights on me. But like I said, if you watch one of my older videos, it's a lot of editing goes into it. There's a lot of setup and a lot of lighting. And yesterday, I posted a video about Illuminati because I just had some things to say. And I was in this setup where I was doing a bit of painting. And I thought I'll give it a try. And that got like 1,000 views, which on my channel, in the not so clueless land, 1,000 views is absolutely amazing. Or do you prefer it when it is all put together? Because I just feel like a lot of people who are going to be watching these videos are using it as background. So it doesn't really matter that much. And I definitely prefer it like this, when there's no script or anything. There's nothing I'm reading off. It just gives me the availability to really speak my mind. I prefer it like this, but hey, if you prefer the more put together ones, I'll do the more put together ones. So do let me know. Anyway, anyone who cares, here's what I'm painting today. It's an old man with a beard, bit of lights in there, bit of different hues, oranges, blues. What do you think? Still got a lot of work to do.